Hey everybody, this is TotalGamerJunkie. I want to welcome you all back to my channel. So I want to give a shout out to one of my commenters, Shallow Calloway, who told me about this theory, and this is something I heard a while ago, but I didn't really look into it until a few days ago. And it's a theory about the rings that Max wears on her fingers. And supposedly, one of them is meant to be a wedding ring, and I looked into this theory. Link is in the description below if you want to check it out yourselves. But this theory goes on, and it's quite detailed, so I'm not going to cover it all. But basically, as you all know, wedding rings are traditionally worn on your left ring finger. And this theory goes that possibly Max could be wearing it on a different hand or a different finger, because of privacy, because she doesn't want to discuss it, which I have to say I found confusing. I still find it confusing that it's said that way, because I understand, like, I think we can all understand why Max wouldn't talk to Safi or Amanda or Moses about Arcadia Bay. We know that Safi barely knows anything about Max before she came to Colden. So I think that, like, hiding a marriage would be, or an engagement would be ridiculous. But then again, when you look at it from the way the story is being told, like, the way I see it is, when we choose what ending we have for Life is Strange 1, then it's going to show the scene where Max wakes up in her room and she's looking at the photograph. And seeing that will determine what ending we got. And then later on, at the Shattered Turtle, I think it was called, the bar, that's when Safi will bring up Chloe, and then we choose what Max's relationship is or was with her. Now, this image, we get a few images where we can see Max's hands and the ring she has on, but this one is the most interesting to me, because if you see on Max's left hand, she has some type of ring. Like, you can't get a good look at it. It's possibly a black ring. We see she's got it on her index finger. And bear in mind, she's holding the photograph of her and Chloe that was seen on the TikTok post. Then after the photo of Max and Chloe switches to the Polaroid of Chloe, if you look at her hand again, you'll notice that Max isn't wearing that ring. And I have a pretty good idea of what this ring could be. And depending on what Max's relationship is with Chloe, it wouldn't change whether or not she has the ring on. And that is, it's a promise ring. And for those of you who don't know, a promise ring is, when you give it to someone, it's symbolic, it's your commitment to that person. And it's not just a romantic partnership, it can be for a person that you consider a good friend, or even a family connection. So I do believe that if Max does have this ring on when you sacrificed Arcadia Bay to save Chloe, then the ring, depending on what our relationship with Chloe is, it will either be a friendship ring or a romantic type of ring. Because this makes more sense, at least to me, rather than Max having an engagement ring on and hiding it on a different finger, because I just think that's ridiculous. As I said, not talking about Arcadia Bay and what happened there, regardless of the ending, that makes more sense. It makes more sense for Max to hide that information than to take her wedding ring and put it on another finger. That's just ridiculous. So a promise ring definitely makes the most sense in this scenario, because it's not like, even if we choose, okay, to sacrifice Arcadia Bay to save Chloe, I do think it wouldn't be fair to the people who just see Max and Chloe's relationship as just friends to force players into that relationship. You know, it's the same as if the developers decide to go with one of the endings as the canon ending. Even if it was with Chloe and Max together, I still wouldn't be happy about that, because, you know, it means our choice at the end of the first game didn't really matter. So promise ring makes the most sense here. Well, anyway, that's the end of this video. I do hope you enjoyed it, and please let me know what you think in the comments below. And also check the description to see if you want to see the double exposure wedding ring theory. This is TotalGamerJunkie, signing off.